What's up everybody, welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel and today we are going to talk about Cube Express. It is a game where cubes are a lot of different things. Resources, passengers, money, basically everything. That's why it's called Cube Express. So yeah, this is a train game, but it's not like your maybe usual train game that you are used to, with lots of stock trading, manipulating, whatnot, connecting and all that, the railroads. I mean, you do connect railroads in this one, of course, that's the theme of the game. But yeah, this is really like a light version of the train game, so have that in mind. Yeah, let me show you what's inside the box and let me tell you why I like it. Okay, so this one holds two set of rules. One in German that unfortunately I don't understand, but one in English. And these rules are pretty simple, pretty easy to follow. Everything is really nicely explained. There's lots of cool explanations around the board. There's like few minor things that I had to figure out on my own that were not like specifically said in it, but overall it's pretty understandable. You will have an ease going through this one and teaching the game to others. So each of the players will get a components in their chosen color. Now these are the regular components, just some cubes, some houses that look like a big house from Catan, and there's also like some trains, of course, because it's a train game. You get two trains in this one that you can drive around on these tiles, and by the end of the game, whoever has the most points is the winner. But what else you have in this game? So you have some end game scoring, of course, that you can claim at the end of the game. There is also one big board down here, but let me first show you these boards. So basically each of the players, let me show you the blue one because I like the color blue. So each of the players will have this board, and basically you will store most of your cubes over here when they are nothing, and once they are either coal, wood or metal, you will push them over here and you can exchange them. Some of them will be money, some of them will become wood. It's really interesting how this thing works, because if you're going down, so if you want to upgrade coal to wood, so to say, you have to push two cubes down, but one of those cubes, because you're upgrading to a better resource, will be gone. It's just discarded and it does nothing, it's waiting here. But if you want to like degrade, sort of to say it like that, if you want to push wood up here or maybe metal to wood, for example, you have to have also two cubes. When you push one up there, it will become coal, the second one will become the income, and this is these cubes are pretty important because these are used to claim tiles and to claim factories and deliver stuff and all of that. So these are really important. You want to have a lot of these. So that's your player board, and you will have one big board in the middle of the table. Not in the middle of the table, somewhere aside, because in the middle of the table you were going to build railroads. You will basically have this one, which you will have a token that will track this over here, which means this how much point you will get at the end of the game, and this is your money. So at any time you can reduce your points to earn some money. These as I said, to put some cubes in this space over here because these are really important and you need them. So you're going to push yourself down with the points to earn some of those money, and this just explains you when you have the 4 goals over here by the end of the game how much points is each cube worth, if you're the first or if you are in a majority or stuff like that. So yeah, but how the game itself plays, it's really fun, it's really simple. So basically you have, let me just find a starting tiles, they should be all here, yeah. So it doesn't matter how many players are playing the game, you will always put all 4 these like so, and you will have 3 of the tiles in your hand. Now there's 3 different tiles regarding the trains, how it looks, and come on, one. Okay, so yeah, okay, so you have like a full crossing that has railroads on all 4 sides. You have like this that is just on 2 sides, and then you have this like a T shape that's all on 3 sides. Mostly on these T shapes you will find either a factory that requires something and you need to deliver this to earn some points, or you will get these things that will let you build a new train station. And why you want to do that is because other people can leave people on your city where you have a train station, and basically they will earn some points once you send that worker back to them. But that worker will help you, that people that are waiting on a train station, however you want to call it. I call them worker because they kind of build your new train stations, because when you're building new train stations you can do that with money or with some people waiting on your train stations. So yeah, and as you are playing these tiles, okay, this would be illegal. Let's go like this. So as you are playing these tiles, as you are expanding, you have your train that will go around, and do different things. On these tiles that are just like railroads going on two spaces, you mostly on these tiles will find a production. So this one produces wood. There's also this one that produces coal, and there's the third one that produces iron, which I probably can't find. Okay, so it's here. And there's this one that produces iron. So these will be for the production. Once you see these, you will take them as a production. And as I said, the T1 will either give you the factory or the new train station. And the crossing one will just give you some money depending how many of these is connected to it when you place it. And as the cities grows, as you put your workers in there, and as you are going with your train, doing different things, the game will come to an end inevitably in one of the three ways. Either tiles will be gone, or somebody will reach 9 on this space, or they will build all of their train stations from their board. So since you start with 1, you need to build like 5 train stations to trigger the game end. And basically there's the game end, then you will score the points and the game is over. But that's not all. That's why I like the game the most. So the scoring itself, it's really interesting, and it happened to us that it says specifically that you score the cards. So let's say, for example, let me just find the card so I just show you how some of us lost a lots of points. So there's like these 4 over here, and since you are scoring these in an order from here to here, so you have to figure out, so have you fulfilled the requirement for this one? If you didn't, you have to remove your cubes. And one person, because she had to remove her cubes from here, she could not score this one that says you have at least 7 cubes on all objectives, including this one. So spread around, and she had lots of cubes over here, but since she had to remove one from here, she was unable to score this one. Then this one fell, and there's this cascading effect where she didn't score a lot. So yeah, again, I forgot to mention, you pick tiles in a way that there's always going to be 4 tiles here, and at the end of your turn you have to pick one of these tiles for yourself. So again, you have 3 tiles in your hand at all times. So once you pick it up, then you can invest over here. You can use 1 cube, invest over here into this end game goal. Now this game at first looks like it's okay, so I'm going to invest in everything, I'm going to invest in all goals, I'm going to build all over the place. But you can't do all of that. So we were really baited with some of these scoring point opportunities, because some other players did some different things that scored them way more points. So you have to be like really thinking in advance what you want to do and work toward that goal. So even though this game is super easy to explain, it's not that complicated a game, but there is a lot of layers in this game to make it a little bit more challenging, but still having fun, So I definitely enjoyed it. I like that because, I got baited with some of these end game goals, and building your railroad, deciding where you want to build a train station, or possibly where you want to build a tile that produces something. Because if you see that some routes are really like used a lot, you want to put this one over here, because each time a player goes over it, they can decide to take a resource, which in like 90% moments, 90% times, they will take it. And that means that you will move one onto this track, which also again brings you points, brings you some new cubes, through the game. So everything is connected, everything does everything, sort of. So yeah, of course, if you go over it, you just take the resource, you don't get the cubes, so you don't earn this like movement on this track. Delivering to factories, it's really interesting because you can get a lot of points, especially if you're first. You not also get the most amount of points for delivering first something to the factory, but you also get to move 2 times on this track instead of once. Every time somebody else delivers, including you can deliver multiple times to the same one. You will just move 1, but still, you can just go pick up resources, deliver to factories, and do that. Or you can like concentrate toward working to getting these goals accomplished by the end of the game. Everything is viable tactic, but still, The game is really interactive because players are constantly building railroads. They are constantly changing the state of the game. You are looking, so how can I best do what I want to do? So, and also if you want to go like and drive your train a lot, collect lots of resources delivered to factories. Your train is moving however many is this number showing. So for when the game starts, your train can only move 3, but as soon as you build another train station, you can move 4, then 5, then 6, then 7, then 9 at the end of the game. But of course, you will trigger the game end by that, so they will not move, like they will not have opportunities to move 9 constantly, but still having them to move 7, if you have 2 trains you have to split between them, but still having trains to move 7 is a lot. And if you pick up all those resources, yes, you are giving some points to the players, but you're also delivering to the factories. You're earning a lot of points that way. So overall, I really enjoyed the game. It's really nice and easy, fun train game. And I still haven't played like those big, complicated ones. I'm still like kind of a little bit scary of those, but nevertheless, this game is really awesome. And I think you should definitely check it out if you like train games, but you are maybe interested in playing something more light, something that's not like super complicated, as usually those games tend to be and have lots of moving parts. This one definitely hits the mark. So that is that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I apologize for these weird angles that I'm filming in right now. I'm experimenting with stuff, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Subscribe, share, leave me a comment down below, support me on Patreon. All of those things help this channel grow, and everything I earn on Patreon, I just pour back into the channel, better lights, better equipment, better everything. So yeah, that is that. Until next time. Pozdrav.